all the yes. Any other visit?
At this same venue, we are going to have the annual.
Today we have about 31 children. I have already done the orientation for them. We're going to have the installation, and please do join in large numbers. And
if at all, only a chronicle. One is Jayashree Sridhar, 22. From chapter 28 is the start of the 91st year onwards. So these are all the contribution of the club has gone to about 10 crore.
Main program. Today's main program is going to be 2 events. The first part is going to the 4th edition. We are going to release in few minutes. Our chief lot of experience in covering wide range of topics, and he brings a wealth of knowledge. He is going to release some form we are planning to view together. Please go ahead.
Reduce technology friction by making it available.
Well qualified professional journalist having a PG in mass communication and okay. So
Club of Madras and our chief guest Mr Arun Ram, and he came and he released our 4th edition of Rotary Club of Madras legacy book, and it's a 95th year we are releasing this book. And in addition to what we call releasing the book, we also honored corporates who have donated huge sum of money for doing the projects through CSR. So our club is a 95 years old club, first club in South India, the 3rd club in India. So if you see this club, the legacy is something great. 95 pillars are there who stood this club to stand in a rock way, and we look it will go in a long way for 100th year celebration, and we look forward to impact the community as much as possible in the coming years. Thank you very much, and we also thank our chief guest Mr Arun Ram for participating in this event. Thank you.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure being here. Thank you. Thank you so much. This is the first time I think I'm meeting a lot of Rotarians in one place, and I'm amazed at the kind of work they do for society, different kinds of things, and I'm looking forward to having striking better friendships with each one of them, and I wish them all the best. Thank you.
Thank you.
Rotary International. Of course, you are one of the most famous organizations, not to belittle that, but my ignorance, I've not got an opportunity to move closely with Rotarians. So my close relative Hari, I know Rotary more through people like him. But then I should say that in the last 5 days I have educated myself quite substantially after going through this book. So Satyan and I go back about 25 years ago when I came to Chennai to join the Indian Express. I was in Hyderabad then. So when he said that I should come, I wasn't sure because I knew very little about. Of course, we get press releases, we do interact with people, Rotarians who do a lot of great work. And one part of the confession is also that I and a lot of people like me in the media have not done justice to organizations like you by giving coverage. This is a confession. Again, I don't have a promise to make that I will make amends. Yeah. So the first thing somebody told me over lunch was that why do you carry so much of crime? So I've told her, please raise this question at the end of the test. The idea was to flip through and kind of give an impression that I've read, but the book was so well written, I should say this, that when you have a good book of fine writing in your hand, it's very difficult to flip through. You have to read from cover to cover. And honestly, I've read only first six. Sorry, sir, I'll go back and read your chapters. And it was quite, I would say, brilliant piece of writing. I have this bias towards good language because it's an everyday struggle that the newspaper that we produce, which is equivalent to a book, by the way. We process about more than 1 lakh or like 20,000 words, which is equivalent to a book of 400 pages. So language is something which I personally wrestle with, grapple with every day. So I fell in love with the writing, and I should place this on record, and much of the credit I'm sure should go to Gopinath and Deepika Davidar. I'm sure that she's a fine writer. If she must have written other books, I'll go back and read, because it was quite captivating. So in the process, I also realized that though I have not read much about Rotary, there's so much of similarities between what I do, journalism does, and what you do. I'm talking about, your what is that, four-way test. I was quite interested in that four-way test, which stands for, I took a screenshot, I have a very bad memory. It says, is it true? Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build goodwill and better friendship? Will it be beneficial to all concerned? These are the questions we ask every day. Maybe not the last two questions. The first question is always this: is it true? When a reporter comes with a story, we call it a story for some reason, but it's all fact. Story doesn't mean fiction. A news story is only fact, only truth. So the first question we ask ourselves: is it true? Do we have the facts to support that? Even if we know it is true, sometimes we are unable to write because we don't have the evidence. So is it fair to all concerned? The latter part of these, your four-way test, may not appeal to me so much, because practice is slightly different. Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build goodwill? These are things which also try to build a lot of goodwill in society. But will it be beneficial to all concerned? The last part we don't do, because whatever we do, there will always be somebody who is hurt. There is a larger good of society, of course. That's what we all think about, work towards in journalism and in Rotary. But the last part is a bit of a conflict, because so that's the we have. I would say that politicians have become slightly more tolerant, but otherwise it's a tough thing. So that, but for the last part of it, I think people like you are so good-hearted that you strive for the good, the feel-good, the goodwill of almost everyone. That's the only part I think we tend to be slightly divergent from the rest of the things. But I think broadly, the concept of any good organization, whether it's media, whether it's NGO, it's social service, civil society, I think the broad idea is to do good. And I think we all, so I feel that I should have met you all long ago, and I feel that it's a wonderful set of people, so divergent, and I understand a bit from the book also that the whole idea is to bring together people who practice different professions with different experiences rather than have a homogeneous mix. That, I think that is one of the things which have attracted me. I met an architect, I met a doctor, a couple of doctors, writers, actor. So this is something very rare I meet, and my life is very boring, not boring actually, very exciting.